All right, yeah. I don't know, in some ways, kind of a poetic ending to the season. It felt like just incredibly proud of this group. The resiliency they've showed. I told them there's a toughness and a hardness that's developing within this program right now that I think you could look at a lot of different points throughout this season and certainly tonight, and you see that, and there's a lot of excitement about that. Great win. I think they said biggest comeback in this bowl's history, which is no small feat, especially against a really good football team in Texas A&M. And you know we struggled to find some momentum there, and then obviously we're able to capture it and just go finish it off in the end, and just yeah, proud of the guys, proud of the staff. This is a awesome win, a great way to cap the season. And you know it's a fun locker room in there right now. Guys are excited. Guys are proud as they should be. So I said at the trophy presentation, just our motto here is fight on. And this team has really embodied that and did so again tonight.
Coach, what a special night for Jaden Mayava in his hometown. What did you see from the young man just executing in that fourth quarter?
Yeah, I would say just a lot of the things that I said about the team. Really, he was just. He didn't play his best there for a while, missed a few things he doesn't normally miss, but he stayed with it, and that's what you got to do. I mean, you're not always going to have your A game. You play against a defense that's as good as Texas A&M's. They're going to make some plays too, and you got to keep fighting. And I think he showed really the heart of a champion in terms of just staying with it. That's not an easy thing to do, and he's really hard on himself. And he wants to do it so bad for the other guys on the team and on the roster that you appreciate that. And I thought there were his teammates though did a great job lifting him up. I mean, just a couple of the big stops, holding them to no points there after the interception out of the end zone. It's like the team just kept lifting him up, and then he kind of caught fire there at the end and played really confident. So proud of the guys around him, and certainly proud of the way Jaden responded.
Coach, some new faces on the offensive line tonight. How do you think they played overall?
It felt like pretty good. I mean, we knew that was a pretty good front, and so it felt like we did pretty good. I mean, we had some really nice plays in the run game. I thought for the most part we protected Jaden pretty well. Obviously, knew Tobias and Killian would get their first real time, and then obviously Paige gets hurt early in the game, and Justin Townhour has to come in there, and he really did a nice job. I was really proud of the way he came in and competed, and so yeah, proud of the guys individually, but that group has to work together collectively. So I thought, those new guys coming together, obviously having Coach Hansen lead those guys now like he did during bowl prep, I thought there was, they really played well together against a great group, and certainly proud of their performance.
Coach, with all the seniors and all the departures, what was it like just for when you guys went down? What were the seniors saying to the guys, and what were some of the young guys saying? As you guys had to kind of fight through that.
Yeah, I just think we didn't flinch. We're a pretty battle-tested group. We've been through a lot this year. We've been in a lot of big games. We've been in a lot of games that have obviously come down, to the end of it. And so there wasn't really anything in this game that could happen. I felt like that where we were gonna like just totally flinch. That doesn't mean we were gonna play perfect, but I knew we would stay with it. There wasn't ever one thought in my mind that we wouldn't. And the attitude, like leading into the game, like last night in the team meeting, the attitude, really the last several weeks. And then their attitude on the sideline, the way that everybody was lifting each other up, nobody was down, like they just kept going. They knew we were going to get ourselves back into it. And I think there was a real confidence on the sideline, and that's that hardness and that toughness, I think, that is starting to develop in this program. And there was a lot of examples of that this year, and it was great to be able to finish on a great note where that was required.
Lincoln, back to Jaden, a couple weeks ago after National Signing Day, you said, if that room stayed consistent heading into 25, Jaden and Hassan, you'd feel pretty comfortable. Just after tonight, seeing the way that Jaden hung in, how confident in him are you potentially as kind of, the future of this program at the quarterback position?
I'm very confident in him. I'm very confident. I think, just going through kind of what he's been through, watching how fast he's improved. And I think, again, most importantly to me is there's your performance as a player, but there's also, who you are as a person, a leader. When you play that position, that's just part of it. And the guy's so selfless, so about the team that I think he's just going to continue to get better and better. And we've obviously got some good players around him on both sides of the ball that are excited to come back and lead. And these are two of the guys up here with me right now.
It was a special moment for Kyle Ford to be the one to make that last catch. How cool was that for you to see him kind of end his career that way, and what kind of conversation did you have afterward with him?
Yeah, it was awesome. He, for it had, his career to play out the way it did, to come back to us here this year. He was one of our captains for the game. He's had a great attitude all year. He's just been one of those guys that just want to do anything it took to win all year. And so, yeah, it was kind of fitting that the senior gets a chance to make that play, and what an awesome play it was. So what a great memory for him. And again, that's the kind of guys that you want to build around, guys that are that invested in this place.
Jacoby, just what can you say about your finish to this season? The game-winning touchdown against UCLA, 3 touchdowns against Notre Dame, 3 touchdowns today. Just what clicked over the last 3 games?
I don't think it was anything that clicked. I think the work that we've put in the whole season as a whole just makes me want to be better for everybody, and I think that's what kind of pushed me towards the end, is realizing we all need to just come together and finish. So it wasn't like there was a switch turned on necessarily.
Coach, with bowl games, it can kind of signify the start of next season. With the way Jacoby and Makai played tonight, just what does it mean for this program to have 2 pillars like those 2 guys coming back, and just how excited are you to have those 2 guys come back after what they've done here to end the season?
Yeah, they've done a great job. They have. They've stepped up, made a lot of plays, and so I'm proud of them. And I think we have a lot of pillars coming back. Jacoby and Makai are going to be pillars. Kamari is certainly a pillar, no question about it. Pregnon and some of these guys on the O-line coming back. Lake is. I mean, there's EG. I mean, there's a lot of them right now, honestly. And guys that are going to get better and better, and some young guys that we're really, really excited about. So like I said, I'm excited about those pillars coming back, but I'm most excited about the toughness and again the toughness and the kind of the grittiness that's developing in this place right now.
Lincoln, you talked in September after the LSU win about how it was a statement of the progress within this program. I wonder, now that you're at the end of the season, another win in this same building, what you would say this game, the end of this season, says about the progress of the program.
Yeah, I think the mentality has been on display all year, and it was important to finish that way. Again, that's another good football team. We beat 2 good football teams in this building. Had to do it in different ways, and again, there's just I don't know, you just kind of feel it within the locker room right now, like a confidence that they're going to be in every single fight, that we're not going to go away, and that we're just going to keep getting better and better. And I think that was the sentiment in the locker room. I mean, even some of the seniors and guys that played their last game, I mean, they were excited, emotional, but they were also very vocal about what this program has a chance to do going forward. They see it, and it's important for them to pass that along to the guys that are returning and the guys that are going to have opportunities that we've got going forward as a program. And when your older guys see that as they're on their way out, I think that's important. I think it's a really good sign, and now it's on all of us to continue to take it to the level that we believe it can get to.
Kamari, can you walk through what you saw on the interception, and what was it like to have Eric Gentry back on the field with you guys?
Yeah, shoot. I mean, Easy always brings an energy. It was great to have him back. He just brings a lot of energy to the defense, to the team as a whole. He plays good in the run and the pass, so it was just good to have him back. And then on the interception, we was in cover 2. I didn't get any vertical threats to my side as of the deep half. So I was just reading the quarterback, and he took me to the middle of the field, so I just made a play.
Question for both players. Tell me what your experience was like this week in Las Vegas enjoying the bowl game.
The bowl committee did an amazing job. I think the hospitality was second to none. I definitely enjoyed my time in Vegas, but I'm definitely ready to get back to LA.
Yeah, I could second that. I mean, I love the shoes that they gave us. They gave us some Kobe's. I appreciate that. And I could hoop in some good shoes now. And I like seeing the Sphere, too. That was a good experience that I just sent pictures to my mom and my dad. They love stuff like that. So it was a great week out here, for sure.
Coach, can you share your thoughts on the delay of game penalty called before the game-winning touchdown?
Yeah, it was a kind of a unique situation. We had a sub issue on the sideline. We had a miscommunication on a personnel grouping, and so I knew there was a chance that they would sub it, but I didn't really want to play the play with 10 players. We had one timeout left at that point, and we just decided, look, don't use the timeout now because then you get shorthanded on what you can call, and I would have rather have played it from the. I think we were on the 2. I would rather have played it from the 7 with a timeout than from the 2 without one, and that's just that was the conversation. Was, do we use a timeout or do we just hope they don't sub? And even if they do, we just have to take the delay. But it was the right call. They made the right call. It was an error on our part that shouldn't have happened. But I think we did the right thing in being able to play it out because then we were able to call anything we wanted with that timeout in the pocket.
Kamari, I don't think we've talked to you since you made your decision to come back for next year. What led to that decision for you? And having gone through this season and seeing how it finished, what gives you confidence that this program is set to take another step forward heading into next season?
Yeah, I just felt I left some unfinished business as a Trojan. Want to come back. Obviously, the season didn't go the way we wanted, but the fight that we showed in every game, and the wins and the losses, just showed me what type of team and program that we're going into. So that was the biggest thing I saw, and what helped me make my decision to come back.